Hello, this is Mr. Elkins. So we're going to look at how trains can help us write. So think of a choo-choo train. For example, this right here would be a choo-choo train. So what happens if a train goes off the track? Take a moment, think about that. Off the track, off track would be disaster or no good, right? So let's see how this connects to writing. Tracks guide the train to where it needs to go. So think about this. How is the CI like train tracks? There I have a little choo-choo train. Here's the engine and then all the other cars that follow, and they're all connected. So how is the CI like train tracks? It's like this. So the CI kind of is guiding the train along. So we're going to talk about that. So this train is point, evidence, elaboration, prediction. So each paragraph, including peeps or peels, need to stay on track by using the CI to keep the train from getting off track. Remember, getting off track is not good. Okay? So notice that each car is connected to the engine. If I were to take this part off, these cars would stop where they are and this one would keep going ahead. So we're going to look at that later, but just an idea there. So the red highlighted portions are the CI being recycled or reused. So the CI comes from the prompt. So if you look here, in our introductory paragraph, we have our US, our SS, and then our CI. And then at the end of our CI, we have for many reasons. So the CI says, we should be concerned with all the plastic bags and bottles people are using. Here's our transition words, first of all, and then look at how we reuse or recycle this. And then here we're actually using a point, and we're using a reason to share our point. So that's the first time we use the CI, and that keeps the train on the tracks. The next time is when we do our next peep paragraph or peel paragraph, depending on what kind of strategy you're using there. And I'm reusing it, but I'm sharing a new point. And then the last time that we're using the CI again is in our conclusion, and here I've totally refitted it so that it makes sense. So I've changed it up a little bit, but it's saying the same thing. What I did is I actually took the beginning part and put it at the end. So I said all the plastic bags and bottles people are using is concerning since, and then I would need to pretty much share two reasons. So remember, your gray are your reasons. Reason one would be here. Reason two is right here. And so when I share my reasons, I'm actually going to do them in the same order as the writing. So I'm going to share this reason first and then the second reason. So I'm reusing those reasons again down here in my conclusion. In my conclusion, I need a kind of hook at the end as well. So a good one to use is, wouldn't it be nice if? So that would be the end of my conclusion there, is just a simple question. So remember, blue, anytime you're using blue, you're citing the sources, you're going back to the sources. So I really just overall like fly over the sources here like in a helicopter, and here I'm kind of like walking through and picking one thing to talk about, and then here same thing. Okay, and then my green is explaining or elaborating, and this is like the most important part of the E section here, is explaining the evidence that I talked about. So notice what I did here. I said I took what I was talking about here and I kind of like repurposed it again, just like I did for my controlling idea. I'm taking my evidence and I'm starting with what I kind of talked about, and I said sea turtles eat plastic when it becomes litter. So I tied both this and this together, and then I'm going to explain that process. Plastic becomes litter by blah, 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 blah. So over here, I could do the same strategy again if I'd like. And that would be kind of like the little ties between the cars where they're all connected. Okay? So that's the end of the presentation. Please take time to review and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye.